This is my happy face.
Put on a happier one then.
Put on someone else's happy face.
Probably the other one. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're about to go live. Well, we are live, but we're about to go liver than that.
Liver.
Liver. I've made it up. It's a word.
Liver.
It's a word. I said it, so it must be a word.
Liver. It's liver. Which we're all going to need an extra one after Dragon.
Would y'all like some liver and onions?
Shut up, liver. You're okay.
You'll
All
survive.
Right. Then we can begin recording audio in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is The Topic is Trek Special Edition. Rapping about subspace with special guest stars. Welcome to The Topic is Trek, the podcast that runs on impulse power. Join us for a journey where no show has gone before. If it has to do with Star Trek, there's a good chance we'll talk about it sooner or later, because on this show, the topic is Trek. Engage already. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of The Topic is Trek. I'm Clinton, one of your co-hosts on The Topic is Trek. And as I always say, in order to be a co-host, you have to have other hosts with you. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes, I don't know. I think I'll do this by myself this time. How about that? I'm not going to.
All right, see ya.
Okay. All right. So first of all, beaming in. No, don't come back here. Come back here. Beaming in to join me from parts unknown is Mr. Craig Stepp.
Hello.
Hello. This was like a big drum roll for hello.
Hello.
And also beaming in is Mr. Chuck Tomasi.
What he just said.
But we have to keep O'Brien at the transporter pad for a few minutes longer this time around. I like he's got any place else to go.
I know, right?
There's like 6 transporter pads. I think we could have got everybody in one shot.
True.
So I want to mention really quickly that we will be recording the next episode of The Topic is Trek specific to Strange New Worlds coming up on Thursday, August 14th. At 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, right here on YouTube. And so hopefully you'll join us for that, because we're going to talk about the latest 2 episodes of the show and give our opinions about them. And we'd love to have you in the chat for that. And now I'm going to throw things over to Mr. Chuck Tomasi, who will be beaming in our first guest.
Yes. First with us is Sarah Rose, who is directing the performance. She's a geek of many colors. She's the founder and self-professed stage manager of DragonCon Theater and Performing Arts Lovers Unofficial Facebook group, where she organizes, moderates, and participates in digital and in-person panels on the topics of theater and performance. When not doing that, she participates in panels, podcasts, and other events about fantasy, fandom, and geek culture. It's great to have you back on the show, Sarah Rose.
Thank you for having me back.
And also with us is Jessica Lewis. Last year, Jessica played the bewildered Captain Christopher Pike, who wondered why everybody was singing. And this year, I believe she'll be making a highly illogical move in her casting. So welcome to The Topic is Trek.
The thing he didn't get right was the name of the show.
Yeah. Welcome to The Topic is Star Wars.
Oh, you're still an ensign, Craig.
Yeah,
I gotta get my notes in order. I came prepared for the wrong podcast.
Oh my goodness.
They might suit you better.
I hope this is a better one.
All right, well, let's kick things off, trying to get things back on track as fast as we can. We're talking about Subspace Rhapsody, the ShadowCast that happens at DragonCon. It happened last year at DragonCon, and it's going to be happening again this year. So we have Sarah Rose and Jessica here to talk about that. And first of all, congratulations to both of you on a successful and very fun performance at DragonCon 2024. Standing room
Thank
Thank you
only,
very much.
as I recall, it was the room was close the doors. We can't fit another body into this room situation.
It
And-
was close the doors and shove a few people out of the doors while they're closing because they let too many people in the room.
That sounds like my karaoke, but we just went from 8 to 6.
Right. Hey, so if somebody's listening to this first time and missed the last time we spoke last year,
Mhm.
can you give everybody a little bit of rundown what a ShadowCast is and
Sure.
what we're doing here?
ShadowCast is a live performance of a show or a movie. Probably most typically people think of Rocky Horror when they think of a ShadowCast.
Mhm.
DragonCon, they obviously do Rocky Horror, but they also do Buffy Horror, and in the past they have done Dr. Horrible. Um, uh, it's just basically it's theater, but you're not mic'd, is basically how it is.
Okay.
And were you surprised by the size of the crowd that you had last year?
I don't know if I was surprised. Yes, I did not expect it to be quite as popular as it was. What do you think, Jessica?
I don't think any of us had any idea what to expect. We didn't know if we were going to go on stage and be performing to 3 people or
Hmm.
what happened, a packed crowd and a couple of the actual cast.
Well, there's always those last minute issues to deal with. Costume
Mhm.
problems, fun technical issues, or missing props. Are there any details you remember about your run through or doing the show? Because come on, you got to spill the Earl Grey here.
Right.
Well, I mean, as far as the run through goes, I actually, we had what about 3.5 hours to rehearse on Thursday before DragonCon, and it was a little frantic because none of us had ever done this show before, and we had only rehearsed online. So, details. I think the only thing I will say is, having to finish up rehearsal in the back of the track room because they were ready to start Thursday night programming and needed us out of the hallway. Probably the biggest, and it wasn't a snafu, but it was the biggest like stressor for me was when all of a sudden I'm getting ready to start the show after we had a huge attendance and we had finally gotten everybody sat down, and I have my cast going, Sarah, we need you. You need to come back now. You need to come. And I'm like, what's going on? Is
Mhm.
Cleon having a conniption fit? Like, is there something going on? Only for me to hear as I'm turning the corner in the little backstage area, there's some people who wanted to say hi. And for me to see Anson Mount, Christina Chong, and Ethan Peck all standing there, being like, "Hi, we wanted to come see the show," and I'm like, "Oh, hi."
Yeah.
I think we talked about it a little bit last year, but Kelsey, who was playing my La'an, she's playing La'an again this year. She was my emotional support security officer, and I actually said that. I said I need my emotional support security officer because I was just thinking, where are they gonna sit?
Yeah.
That was a big concern.
In the back.
Oh, well, so I didn't realize it because they were sitting right with you up in the front there. So
Yes,
that
they
was just
were, but
unfortunate
we
there were
weren't
seats, or-
expecting them to come. Like
Ah.
they surprised us 100%. We were not
Mhm.
expecting them to come.
They're
how-
pretty
how
cool
was-
people, though. They're cool people.
They're
Yeah.
awesome people. I love them.
So
I have to say, from a performer perspective, that
Mhm.
was completely bug nuts because here I am up on stage,
Mhm.
tiny curvy female Captain Pike, singing my heart out to our Captain Battelle when Anson Mount is sitting
Yes.
not 10 feet from me, watching very intently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Well, I was going to mention that because we did, when we spoke with Kelsey last year, she said her biggest fear, her biggest thing that would just like, she didn't know how she would react is, well, if Christina Chong was there, it was like, and she seemed fine. I think she was a trooper. She got through it. I don't know if she was nervous. I couldn't see her close if she was like while she was doing anything or not, but she seemed fine.
Kelsey did amazing under the pressure, considering she did say that. She said that several times to me, though I think she was secretly excited. She was one of the people who freaked me out, to be honest. So hold a little bit of a resentment there, Kels, for not warning me before I turned the corner.
That's awesome, though.
But
Hey, that's a nice surprise, though.
It was a very nice surprise. I loved having them there. But Kelsey did amazing. The whole cast did amazing. Like, considering how little rehearsal time we had, can I say that there was things that went exactly to plan? Absolutely. There were things that did, and there were probably more things that didn't. But in the end, it was a great performance. We had so much fun doing it. And the cast, they had a lot of fun doing it. At least I think they did. Jessica, you're back, so I'm assuming you had fun doing it.
You signed up for another tour.
Yeah, well, not just doing the performance itself, but we really bonded as a cast, and over, the summer of doing digital rehearsals and the Thursday and the Friday of, oh God, we're really doing this right now. We all became extremely close really fast.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did you have any feedback either right after the show or shortly after that really took you by surprise?
Well, you want to talk about immediately after the show, absolutely startling me was show ended, Sarah Rose said goodbye, everybody get out, and Anson Mount made a beeline for the stage, straight for me,
Of course.
to give me a big hug and went, you did a pretty good me.
Nice.
There you
And
go.
then we had to take a picture together to compare the heights of Pike's
Oh, yeah.
Peak.
Yeah.
You got to take the picture.
That's
And
right.
we didn't have a tutorial on that last year.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm so mad.
What can I say? But the thing that surprised me the most, the feedback that surprised me the most, was the fact that people were continuously talking about it throughout the weekend.
Cool.
I mean, from the
great.
celebrities were talking about it, the people were talking about it. I have a soundbite that one of my cast members sent me, and somebody saying that was the most fun and the biggest highlight that they had at Dragon Con ever.
Awesome.
And they said that to the cast, and I'm just like, that blew me away. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, like, obviously we don't know at this point, but the cast saying, if you do this again next year, we're gonna come back and we're gonna bring everybody. Now, obviously, life,
Right.
you never know, and it's Dragon Con, so no guarantees.
Mhm.
Nobody from Strange New Worlds is coming quite yet, unless I missed an announcement today. But the fact that they enjoyed it that much, even though we took some liberties with the show, I was a little scared. I actually said to one of their helpers before they came on stage, before we introduced them, I was like, just so you know, this we did take some liberties. They're like, oh, they know exactly what to expect. They're all in for it.
Okay, good.
I'm glad they did, because I didn't.
And you didn't. We don't
Right.
get any feedback like that.
Right. Yeah, everybody's buzzing about our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anson
Asking
Mount
why
had
did they
said-
invite us back?
Yeah, Anson Mount has said one thing about our show. He hasn't been to our show, but that's beside the point.
That's right.
It doesn't mean anything.
All right. So enough dwelling on the past. Let's talk about what's
Mhm.
about the changes coming up for 2025. So I know, Jessica, you're switching roles. So were you looking for a new challenge or?
I mean, Sarah Rose was in charge of casting, and I can't say I'm mad about it. Spock is a particularly challenging role
Over Buffy
because
now?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is
with the
Snoopy-
Buffy versus
no, My Little Pony.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. All
That's
right.
Spike. Now, Spock is particularly challenging for a ShadowCast role because Ethan Peck in particular does wonderful subtle facial acting. I love to watch all the Spock scenes and see how just the tiniest micro expressions do so much. That's not going to read
Right.
beyond my scene partner.
Oh yeah.
And he's so locked down physically that I'm having to find other ways to portray his emotion, which he has, even though he's got it all tamped down, to an audience of 300, 500, 600 people. So, so that's a big challenge, and I'm excited for the challenge. But I'm a dynamic actor naturally, so it's been very different to try and navigate that.
Right.
Handcuffs and duct tape.
Did you do any consulting with the person who did the role last year about how they approached
Well,
it?
funny enough, the person who did the role this last year is playing Chapel this year.
Ah,
So I don't know. Have you worked with Celine?
We've had a conversation or two, but I think I'm coming at it from a different direction than they
okay.
did.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So are there people switching around in roles, but are there any new members to the cast this year?
Oh yeah. We have a few. Biggest one is actually Captain Pike. There's a new person. They're actually fresh blood to Dragon Con, never been to Dragon Con before,
Ooh.
but they are a veteran of the stage and screen. Troy, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name, Apostol. They are Hawaiian, and just I I wasn't sure what to expect because they are that good of an actor that they kind of intimidated me, but we had a one-on-one rehearsal, and I think everybody's gonna enjoy it. And the fun part about Pike is it's a fun role. I really struggle because I was like, okay, I want to give all that I can with the casting. And I'm like, okay, I really liked what Jessica did. But I know Jessica can really act well, so I think they make a really good Spock. But
Yeah.
who do I put in as Captain Pike? That was really what. And then when Troy's audition came through, I was like, okay, I found my Captain Pike. As far as that goes, he was
Okay.
kind of in the show last year. He was one of the Walters. Kind of got it last minute. But his name's Lars Cade.
You know Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Lars. Okay.
Yeah, he's part of our
Lars is
parade
gonna
group.
be-
That's right.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and he's gonna be our James T. Kirk.
Excellent.
We have a new Klingon boy band member.
Ooh.
Other than that, I mean, we got a couple new members of the Enterprise. We got Nick Lyle, and Haley Shear is going to be there. We got some new people working on backstage. We got a choreographer this year. My friend
Whoa.
Jay is
Wow. Oh, so
choreographing everything.
how was that
so.
handled last year? Because I mean, you did choreography last year. How was that handled last year?
We did do choreography last year. A lot of it was kind of flying by the seat of our pants last year. Jessica actually helped quite a bit with the finale choreography, just kind of getting it down. But this year, I think it's gonna be. I think, especially in the dancing, you're gonna see that upgrade because of it. What do you think, Jessica? I mean, you don't really dance, but you've seen some of the choreography.
The choreography looks great, but you took one of your good dancers and put them in a non-dancing role. What am I gonna do with myself?
I'm sorry.
Little finger dances behind your back.
Tap my toe very vehemently inside my boot.
That's right.
But I like the choreography that we've got, and I hope everybody's able to nail it, and we can look really cohesive in some of these pieces.
Excellent. Excellent.
Now, I know last year a lot of your rehearsals were done online. Apart from the choreography upgrade, was there anything else you changed, like looking back at what worked and what didn't? Any other changes that make this year all that much better?
Well, I mean, we're changing it up. Just the show is changing up a little bit. You're gonna see some unexpected stuff. It is not the exact same show that we saw last year.
Mhm.
So I do want to preface that in good ways. At least I think it's in good ways. But the biggest change in rehearsal that we did is I'm trying to have one-on-ones with the majority of my cast. Now I haven't had a one-on-one with Jessica yet. Primarily
Well,
because
here's your
I'm
chance.
not
We'll step back.
super
Yeah,
concerned
well,
about
you-
Jessica's acting.
You're not smiling enough. I'm not supposed to smile.
That's right.
Though we have had a couple of talks about ideas that she's had with for Spock, but I've been doing one-on-one rehearsals with people rather than trying to get together as much of a group aspect. Primarily, it comes down to scheduling. We always have problems scheduling. I've been so busy this year. I'm so far behind in Dragon Con in general right now that it's just been a little bit more difficult because of how life has been going. But Jessica, I know that like some of the cast members have been working together. I'm assuming you've been working with January.
Oh yeah, and that my wife is also in the cast. She's playing Ortegas, and so we rehearse together twice a week. We walk through our entrances and exits. We work through our scene work, and are able to give each other a little directorial feedback since we don't have access to a rehearsal room with a nice big mirror or anything.
I'll say, do y'all get on Zoom in different rooms so you can participate like the rest?
Oh, she's taken to creeping up right behind me and saying commentary in my ear while I'm standing there trying to be Spock and not crack up.
Stop it! You're tickling me.
They
It's
do
a test.
one thing.
It's a
Ethan
test.
More
Trent is a
intense.
lot more human of a Spock. He's still becoming the original series Spock. So hopefully
Yeah, but
that
he's not going to
gives
turn
some
around and
stuff.
smack one to Ortegas for pestering him.
No, he'll save that for the the nurse and the anyway.
No, he'll just give him a good old
Neck pinch.
sorry.
Right. So you had a huge performance room in the Hilton last year. So are you going to be in the same space, or do you know that, or is there anything you can tell us about that?
That's a maybe. That's a big old maybe.
I can tell you, as always with everything with Dragon Con, it is subject to change, and it may change and probably will change unless it's the Tuesday after Dragon Con. But
And even then, maybe.
as it stands right now, we do have a fairly significant room upgrade this year. So,
And I shared with you guys last year that I was in the cast that did the first Dr. Horrible sing along blog, and that they had us in one room and the crowd was too big, so they moved us with the crowd there to another room where we had to reset up. So the fact that they saw the huge crowd that you had last year hopefully gives them the indication that we don't want to put them like in one of those little like 30-person rooms that's with a
lower deck in the Sheridan,
Yeah,
one of those little rooms.
don't want that sort of thing outside
Beside
of the
Put them near the
Peter
Filk. People.
Yeah, level 7 of the Hyatt.
Yeah.
Put us in the Marriott lobby. We'll just do it in the round.
There you go.
And then we would all sing though. Like, let's be honest, we're a bunch of theater geeks. We would all sing and dance. I mean,
just hit it. There we go.
Yeah.
You had some props last year. More props?
yes.
Okay.
We had props. We'll have more props. We do have some new scenery. Now keep in mind, I mean,
you got to bring it and you got to take it home.
You got to bring it and you got to fit it in on stage, and these are not full stages by any means. So, we've had to be a little inventive, but yes, we do have some more props. We do have some more scenery. So
And I won't spoil the props that you had last year, but they were rather inventive. Some of them. So I'm looking forward to whatever you bring along this year. Okay. So one thing that Dragon Con is very close to the vest on is day, date, time for the show. And if you can't say now when it's going to be, that's completely understandable.
I can go ahead.
No.
What have they told you so far?
What I can tell people is that if you look at last year's schedule currently, you'll be in the ballpark. I'm not going to say it's exactly.
It's
but
10
you'll
minutes
be in the
earlier.
You'll be in the ballpark.
Right.
You're performing in the
So-
ballpark?
So you're
Yeah.
wow, that's
In
a
the
bit
round.
of a hike from there. Wow, gee. Everybody gets a bus and goes there, just like the parade. It's
We're
amazing.
taking over the sports people. Sorry.
In the middle of Centennial Park.
Well, we understand that because we're under the same thing, and it's understandable because things change. I mean, they don't want to necessarily give that information out because then people show up and this is not where I thought it was going to be. This is not the thing I thought it was going to be. So that's why the Dragon Con app updates every 20 minutes when you open it up. So that's
Right.
Exactly. Better bring those rechargeable batteries because you're gonna need it. We do also last year we had a Ready Room panel as well on Saturday, and we're gonna do another one this year with some of the new cast members. Jessica was on it last year, and I don't know. We had lots of cast members show up in the audience. And the panel was about the show, but it was also about the episode, and you can kind of expect the same. I actually will not be on it because I have another obligation during that time that I can't talk about.
Ooh.
I didn't think
That
that
isn't
Dragon Con was so
drug-related.
secretive.
I was going
Okay.
to say secrets upon secrets upon secrets going
Yeah.
on here. What is exactly happening?
That's what happens when you do. I think I counted 18 hours of programming this year.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm exhausted hearing that we did the parade and a couple of panels and we're done. We call it
Yeah.
a day at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whew,
Well,
that's a lot of work,
did
guys.
24 last year, and I
Wow.
promised myself I would do less, and I am doing less this year.
Wow.
So.
Good.
Yeah, so I was going to say. Yeah,
Jessica can tell you I was exhausted and I had no voice by the end of the
Jessica's behind
convention,
that.
so.
yeah, I think it's wise. I think you're taking the wise route to tone it down a little bit. Have fun.
Yeah.
That's fun for you, but get your rest in there too. You need that.
Right.
Always advise people get some rest at a convention because you want to make it to the
Sleep.
end.
Sleep.
Well.
Sleep at con? No, we just live on Mountain Dew.
Mm,
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys again for being here with us for the second year for you, Sarah Rose, to talk about last year and this year, and also Jessica for being here and talking about last year and this year because you were part of it. And yes, I think it's going to be confusing for me watching you going, well, she's Spock now. Right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll have a wig and eyebrows. I'll look totally different.
And the
No
one note,
ears.
the one note I have for you guys is
I wear those all the time.
this is not a slam against the actor because they weren't listening to me, but I really, really, really want to see that awkward Sam Kirk dance. I really, really want to see that.
I'll give Lauren the note.
The note.
Lauren, I know you know Lauren, and but I will give Lauren that note again.
Okay.
So, and I hope to see you all there this year.
Yes.
Yes, I will be there. I
Absolutely.
promise.
Absolutely.
Okay.
As soon as you can tell us when, but
Yeah.
Whenever it is, show up early so you can get in.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey,
Lion Con.
and just to let all our listeners know that in the show notes, I will link to the previous episode when we talk, or not previous episode, the last time we all talked last year. so they can watch that
Mhm.
too or listen to it.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Please do.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you once again. And we're gonna call it a wrap on this one. And well, in addition to saying break a leg, early break a leg on the show. And we will catch you people on the next Topic is Trek regular episode, which is going to be again on the 14th. And that will be a Thursday night. That's right. We're gluttons for punishment. We actually record the day one of the episodes drops. So we'll be talking about the 2 most recent episodes on Thursday, August 14th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here, where you're watching this, you can watch that as well. All right. And that's it. So do we want to have an outro theme?
Sure. You gonna
All
do
right.
a spiel?
Sure, why not? If you like the show, please be sure to tell a friend about it and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on Blue Sky. Visit us on our Facebook page or call us at 816-TREKKER. That's 816-873-5537. Until next time, on behalf of Chuck, Craig, Sarah Rose, Jessica, and myself, I'm Clinton, thanking you for listening. And as we always say here on The Topic is Trek, don't put on
the
red
red shirt.
We got a chuckle out of them on that.
That's why we're not in the musicals, I'm telling you right now.
Audio out.
All right. And we'll end the live stream here to say goodbye to people.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
people.
Bye, everybody.
There.